coming, how are you? The good morning train is coming, how are you? The good morning train is coming, the good morning train is coming, the good morning train is coming, how are you? Good morning, grade 1 students, and how are you doing today? Great to hear from you. So, what day was yesterday? Yesterday was Monday. And yesterday was actually a public holiday, so we didn't have any class yesterday. Normally we'll be in school on Monday, but we didn't have any yesterday because it's a public holiday, which means that there is no school, there is no work, business places are closed, okay? So yes, that's a public holiday. So if yesterday was Monday, that means today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, the 26th of January in the year 2021, and we're going to have language arts. Oh, by the way, before I go there, what do you think about my picture today? What animal is this? It is a tiger. Yes, do you think this tiger looks cute or scary? Okay then, now let's get into today's lesson for Tuesday the 26th of January 2021. The word of the week is go. The word of the week is go. G-O spells go. So we're going to read the sentence together. So it says, I go home after school. So you pause the video and you give it a try, okay? Using the word of the week, which is go. And here is this one. This one I know that you can read it on your own. So pause the video and give the sentence a try, okay? Now let's move on to phonics. Now last week we looked at the A sound, but this week we're going to look at a new sound, and we have two letters again, and these two letters are also married. They're going to make one sound, and they're going to make a long O sound. So let me read a little story for you. A goat is very angry. The birds and squirrels in the oak tree are stealing his oats. He butts the oak tree hard and crash. The tree falls on the goat. Some passing children see what happens and say, "Oh!" They run to the farmer who frees the goat. So do you see the goat here? And he is under an oak tree. And did you hear what happened to him? Yes, the tree fell on him because he was so angry. He bit the tree and he's so strong that he was able to knock it over, and it fell on him. And what song did the children say? The children said, "Oh," they put their hand over their mouth and they said, "Oh." Now let's listen to the jingle.
Oh, did you see the billy goat? Oh, 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 oh. Did you see the billy goat under the old oak tree?
So OA says O. Say O for me. O. It gives us a long O sound. Now this is our first word. So OA says O and the K says K. The K says K. Together we have oak. Oak. The word is oak. And this is an oak tree. So here is another picture of an oak tree. Do you see how big they can get? Look at this. This is a big woman here, and you see how huge the tree is compared to the lady? The tree is very big. It is huge. It is enormous compared to the lady. And this is a close-up of what the oak tree leaves look like and the fruit that they bear. And they call the fruit acorns. So yes, this is an oak tree. Let's move on to the next word. First sound, O. OA says O. Next sound, T. T. Together we have oat. Oat. Now let's add the final sound. S. S says S. So we have oats. The word is oats. Do you like to eat oats? So this is how the oats look when they're not cooked, and then this is cooked oats. Some people like to add bananas on the oatmeal porridge and peanuts and almonds. I don't know, do you like to do that? I've never had oatmeal with bananas before. Do you think it will taste good? Would you like to try it? Okay, maybe next time your mommy makes oatmeal for you, you can probably try it with bananas, okay? Let's move on to our next word. First sound, we have a letter B. So the first sound is B, B. Second sound, O. Together it would say bo. Final sound, T. Final sound, T. Letter T says T. So the word is B-O-T. Boat. And here is a boat. What color is it? Nice. So yes, we have a boat. Next word. First sound is K. Letter C says K. Second sound, O. So we have ko, ko. Final sound, O. So we have coal, coal. Is this about how you feel? No, I don't think so. Actually, that's cold. But this word says coal. Now let's see what coal is. So this is coal. So normally we would say people are digging coals in the mountain, and also in America there is a rock that is black like the coals that we have, and they call it coal as well. Next word, first sound K. First sound K. Second sound O. Together it says K, O, ko. Final sound T. Final sound T, K, O, T. Coat. The word is coat. So here I have a picture of a green raincoat, and then there's this red one. What is this for? Do you wear this when it rains? In colder countries, countries that would have winter when the snow falls, they would wear this kind of coat to keep them warm. And here in the Caribbean, we wear this sort of raincoat to protect us when it rains. Next word, first sound, letter F. What sound does letter F make? It says F. Second sound, O. Together, F, O, fo. Final sound, M says all together, foam, foam, foam. Do you know what is foam? So you can say that the sponge is foamy, the type of material it is. You can say it's foam, and then when you wash your hand with the soap and you see the bubbles come up like that, or when your mommy's washing outside or washing the machine, you would see the foam. The soap bubbles create foam. So there you go. And now we'll move on to some sentences and phrases that I would like for you to read. So you're going to pause the video and give these words a try. Okay, remember, OA says O and AY says A. Next one, this is a phrase. It's not a sentence because it doesn't make complete sense. So you're going to read this phrase and you're going to pause the video and give it a try, okay? Now move on to comprehension, main idea. The main idea is what a text is mostly about. You can look at the title and the pictures. Sometimes the main idea is in the first and last sentence, or you can look for clue words repeated over and over. And we're going to look for main ideas in these pictures. What is this picture mostly about? The main idea. Is it A, the dog does not like to get wet? Is it B, the dog likes to swim? Or is it C, the dog is sad? What is the main idea? What is it mostly about? What is this picture mainly about? It is mainly about B, the dog likes to swim. I can see that the dog is getting wet, so it can't be that. And this dog does not look sad to me. And he is swimming and he looks like he's happy. So I would say the main idea is B, the dog likes to swim. Next. Here I have a mechanic. What is the main idea of this picture? Is it A, the mechanic is clean? Or is it B, the mechanic never fixes anything? Is it C, the mechanic works hard fixing cars? What is the main idea? What do you think it is? It is C. The mechanic works hard fixing cars. I can see that he's not clean. He obviously fixes things because he is not clean. So he's always working hard. So that's why he gets dirty. And I believe he worked hard fixing cars. The main idea of this picture is C. The mechanic works hard fixing cars. Now let's look at this. So sometimes the main idea we can find is in the first sentence. We can just read the first and last sentence and find the main idea. Let's read this together. The house is old and needs some work. It needs new paints. The windows are broken. The door is loose. The roof has holes. What is the main idea here? Is it A, the house is old but nice? Is it B, the old house needs to be fixed? So the first sentence we read, the house is old and needs some work. And then the rest of the passage was telling us about what all we need to do to fix the house. So I think that the main idea is B. The old house needs to be fixed. Now let's move on. So sometimes we have to read the whole thing, the whole passage to figure out the main idea, to figure out the main thing that it's talking about. It is raining. Anne puts on boots. She puts on a raincoat. She puts on a hat. Now she is ready. I'm going to read it one more time to understand what I'm reading here. It is raining. Anne puts on boots. Do you see her boots? Here they are. She puts on a raincoat. Here's a raincoat. She puts on a hat. Now she is ready. What is the main idea here? Anne dresses for a rainy day, or Anne takes a long time to get dressed. What do you think is the main idea? It is A. Anne dresses for a rainy day. So the whole passage was telling us about the way how Anne is going to dress to go outside in the rain. Anne dresses for a rainy day. Now, you're going to get ready for your comprehension passage for today. Who do you live with? You're going to answer these questions aloud. Who do you live with? How many people live in your home? Who are these people to you? What do you call them? Is it granny? Is the person your granny, your auntie, your uncle, your mommy, your daddy? Who is the person? Who are these people to you that you live with? And what job do they do? So you can say, okay, well, this is my granny and she is a farmer. And this is my uncle. He's also a farmer. So you're going to talk about these things to get ready for your comprehension passage for today. All right? Now, after you finish doing that, you're going to read. Turn to page 14 in your Language Tree textbook. Read once to figure out the words. Read twice to understand what you are reading. And then you're going to read and answer the questions orally at the end. Okay? And to answer the last question there, the number 3 question, you need to talk. You need to say, what is this picture about? Because that question is asking you to come up with a title, which is based on the main idea of the passage. So you're going to discuss the passage, look at the picture and say, what is this really talking about? What is the main idea here? And that will help you to answer the question. Okay? Now let's move on to composition. We've been looking at sentences. And we know so far a sentence is a group of words that make sense. They make complete sense. A sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. But did you know that there are 2 types of sentences? Let's go on. We have a telling sentence. A telling sentence tells us about something. And you may say, Miss, a telling sentence. But you already know this, but you just did not know the word to describe the sentence. Okay, so let's look at these telling sentences. Daddy is a teacher. Capital letter ends in a full stop. This is a sentence. And who is the sentence telling us about? The sentence is telling us about Daddy. This is a telling sentence. You already use telling sentences. So this sentence is telling us about Daddy. And what does Daddy do? He is a teacher. Next one. Granny is a great cook. Do you see the capital letter? What letter is that? It's letter G. Do you see the full stop? Yes, this is a sentence. Does it make sense? Excellent. So who is this sentence telling us about? It's telling us about Granny, and it's saying that Granny is a great cook. Is your Granny a great cook? Do you like what Granny cooks for you? What is your favorite thing to eat that Granny cooks? Nice to hear that. I would love to try that dish as well from your Granny. Now the other type of sentence is an asking sentence. An asking sentence is a question. Do you ask questions? Yes, you ask them all the time, so that means you already use asking sentences. And guess what? Asking sentences end with a question mark. So an asking sentence, it ends with a question mark, and this is a question mark. Now we are going to look at some asking sentences together. Where is Daddy? So they have a capital letter, yes, to start them off, but instead of a full stop, they end in a question mark. Where is Daddy? Daddy is in school. Here is another asking sentence. You see, this starts with a capital letter, but they end in a question mark. This question is saying, can your granny cook? Can your granny cook? Now let's try together. So we're going to look at these sentences and we're going to see if they are asking or if they are telling, okay? So here we go, first one. We can run. Is this asking me something or is this telling me something? We can run. It is telling us something. You see, it ends in a full stop, and remember, when it ends in a full stop like this, it's a telling sentence. Next one. Are you a singer? I see a capital letter, but what is this at the end? A question mark, and it's asking me something. It is a question, so it's an asking sentence. Next one. Can you dance? Is this asking or telling me something? Can you dance? That sounds like a question, but let's look at it. Capital letter ends in a question mark, so it's an asking sentence. And this one says, I am happy. Is this asking or telling us something? It is telling us something, so it's a telling sentence. We have a capital letter and we have a full stop, so this is a telling sentence. Now it's your turn to practice. You're going to read and talk for this exercise. Read the sentences on page 17, exercise 1, and you're going to say if they are asking or telling, and you're going to say why. For example, are you happy? Well, we just did some of them there. But for example, are you happy? When you hear that, is it asking or telling you something? It's asking. And if you saw it, you would see that it ends in a question mark, so it would be an asking sentence. And then you're going to write. You're going to turn to page 17. You will already be on that page for the first exercise, and you're going to complete exercise 2. It asks for you to make up 3 asking sentences. But if you can make up more than that, feel free to do so, okay? And bye-bye. See you in the next lesson.